Hello, students. I'll welcome you to the first session of the February month. In this session, we'll be starting with apps and portals. So, starting with the first one, e-Masiha, right? So, first of all, Masiha. So, Masiha full form is Medical Assistance System for Indian Pilgrims Abroad. But the Masiha word itself is a bit of religious in connotation, right? So, from there, you can relate it up. So, started by the Ministry of Minority Affairs, the idea is to create and maintain the complete health database of the pilgrims, currently being done for the process of Hajj. Now, India has become the first country to digitalize the whole process of Hajj. Okay, which means the whole process of Hajj 100% digital. Okay, and being the first country in the world, and that's a distinction itself, right? So, this is E Masiha. Now, Hajj is said to be the second largest annual gathering of Muslims in the world. It is not the first largest. Okay. And it's an annual Islamic pilgrimage to Makkah, Saudi Arabia, the holy city of the Muslim. I think this much information is relevant for us. Now, which is the highest gathering? That is Al-Bireen pilgrimage. I'm not able to pronounce the real. It is to the Karbala in Iraq. Okay, so Karbala, Iraq is the highest gathering of Muslims, and second one is the Hajj. It is the second one is mostly Shia dominated. Okay, right. Next is Spice Plus platform or Spice Plus form. So basically, when a new company incorporates in India, Spice Plus platform will help it to integrate automatically with the EPFO and ESIC, along with the incorporation into the as well as its incorporation, right? It is by corporate ministry affairs, right? So along with that, this much information is relevant. Along with that, MCA1 database we have already read last time. So the idea of Spice platform is the overall idea is to improve the ease of doing business, reducing the cost of doing business, especially for the companies which are operating at a very low margin, low profit, or at the very starting of their business venture, so that they should not spend a lot of cost on the regulatory procedures. Okay, so real-time validation of the information and all these things will be provided by the Spice Plus platform. Now, MCA21 database, very important database. This is it's an old database. To 2006 it was launched, a very important e-governance initiative where the companies can file their financial results and advance filing for calculating the national income. So how much contributions the companies are having to the national income, that can be transparently taken from the MCA21 database. Okay, on the basis of this data, many of the indexes are also prepared. We have already read MCA121 database, MC21 database. Next is HRC Net. So HRC is full form of HRC is Human Rights Commission, right? So it is driven by the NHRC chairman itself. So what is the idea? The idea is to avoid the duplication of the complaints in the human NHRC. Now NHRC, the watchdog of the human rights in India, is doing really good job. Recently, an amendment has also come in 2019. However, the pendency of the case, just like in the judiciary, it is also facing a lot of problem of the pendency of the cases. Pendencies are increasing because of the suo motu work also, and as well as the awareness of the citizens also, right? So this HRC net will be able to address the complaints and improve its working. Now the state level SHRCs are now persuaded so that they should also join this particular portal, right? So that they can also take the benefit of the this particular e-governance process. Next portal, very important portal for exam this time, that is Market Intelligence and Early Warning System. From the name itself, Market Intelligence and Early Warning System, that means it will give early warning for something related to the agriculture, because market intelligence more or less in our context use for the agriculture. However, if the question will be formed, obviously they will give options such as the stock market and something. There the confusion will come. However, remember, for our agricultural market intelligence, this word is specifically used in the agricultural sector, and many of the committees such as Dalwai committee and all, they have recommended that India should work for very proactive agricultural market intelligence, so as to help the farmers to a price discovery, so that they are able to know what is the price of the product in the final consumer table. right? It is called market intelligence. For example, just to give you an example, we have discussed, right, farm to fork. We have already discussed that, farm to fork, right? In the main, sometimes we'll discuss through questions. So the idea is to get all the characteristics of fork. For example, what is the cost, how many days they are getting, what is the demand here, in the future demand here, for example. So farmers can adjust their production according to that, so as to get a maximum benefit of the demand prevailing in the consumers market. Now about this particular portal is, it is launched by the Ministry of Food Processing Industry and developed by NAFED. NAFED we have already read. Now it is related to the Operation Greens scheme. Okay, the idea is early warning will be given if the prices of the top tomato, onion and potato will be increased or decreased above a threshold. It is if it keeps fluctuating within a threshold, that's not an issue. If it crosses a threshold, if it fluctuates a lot of, if it shows a lot of volatility, then it will be triggered, and then there will be something will be done, right? So as to ensure that the volatility is reduced, right? So the portal will be to provide real time monitoring of the prices of the tomato, potato and onion, and simultaneously generating alerts for intervention under the Operation Greens. So what interventions will be taken? So interventions will be taken, for example, from production area to the consumption area. Okay, so for example, prices have decreased a lot, right? So they will reduce the, for example, in the consumption area, a lot of supply is there, that is why the price have crashed. So they will reduce the supply will be reduced, increased here and reduced here. Or in the other case, if the prices are very high, then they will increase the supply, so as to the supply does not the price does not become too much volatile, right? So the portal would disseminate all the relevant information such as price, arrival, area, yield, production, import, export. All these information will be given, right? And it will indicate both the low price and the high price alert. Okay, so obviously the idea is to leverage the IT tools and the furthering the digital India goal and helping the people out. Now Operation Greens we have already discussed, Ministry of Food Processing Industries, right? Operation Greens on the lines of the Operation White, right? For the milk production, right? Now its implementing agency is NAFED. Operation not White, I'm sorry, it's Operation Flood. I'm sorry, milk white, I forgot. It's Operation Flood for the milk production. In 70s, 1970s or 80s, it was announced, and our production in the milk has increased manifold, right? That is Operation Flood, not Operation White. So Operation Greens, from green I got confused, really sorry. So NAFED is an agency. NAFED we have already read about NAFED. So it's a multi-sector cooperative society. So it helps the cooperative farmings in India, right? And it is also responsible for two things: first, Operation Greens, and associated with this particular market intelligence and early warning system portal as well. Okay, right. Now within the Operation Greens, just a bit more information of within the Operation Greens, when the trigger happens, right? That was discussing from producing area to the consumption center. When the trigger happens, when the prices fall below the 3 years average market price at the time of the harvest, or prices fall more than 50% compared to the last time, or if the prices fall below the benchmark that has been set by the state government. So there are three criterias. I don't think they'll ask a very technical question on it. I don't think so. However, you should know that this is the three criteria that they have set up. If the prices fall below it, then they will trigger the operation of the that they will trigger the operations of Operation Green, right? Okay. This portal is really important for this year exam, so please remember that. Next, funds in news. So it's a fund that is Dairy Processing and Infrastructure Development Fund. Now this fund is not new. First of all, this was announced in budget 2017 or around that. However, it is in the news because Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs have increased its interest subvention from 2 to 2.5%. So how this fund is basically given? This fund is with NABARD, and this fund is given to the milk unions, milk cooperatives, and this fund is given to improve the supply chain infrastructure for the milk production. We were discussing Operation Flood, right? So building upon that, So for example, one of the problems that is, for example, milk is being procured by the small farmers. Now at this point upward, the problem of the chilling infrastructure, then cold chain infrastructure from here to here, maintaining hygiene at this structure, or the quantifying the hygiene at this structure. Okay, this milk is good, this milk is not good, this is not available. So that majority of the milk that comes at this place has to be consumed within a day, because that a lot of chilling infrastructure is not there. If it is there, then it can be transported to the good land and fetch a better price at the consumer center, or given to the value addition industry, just like Amul and such cheese and all these things. Getting my point? So this is how the milk cooperatives who are operating at this level, who are responsible for creating such infrastructure, they'll be provided funds in the terms of the loan. Okay, the guarantee of the loan will be given by the state government. Okay, this is the whole idea. It is given for the both cooperative and the private sector. Okay, the idea is to improve the creation of modernization, expansion of the processing infrastructure, efficient milk procurement system, and obviously all this the manufacturing for value addition, and this will obviously create a lot of direct and indirect jobs. Okay, and ultimately increasing the income of the farmers. Okay, then yeah, it's a center sector scheme, and which is launched by the Department of Urban Husbandry and Dairying, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Then it is being under the NABARD, and respective state governments will be the guarantor. The funding will be available in the form of interest bearing loans, and for that loan, the interest, the central government has increased the interest subvention. For example, interest is 8%, so the government will pay around 2.5% from their side. That is the point. So implemented by the NDDB and National Dairy Development Corporation directly through the end borrowers. This is that. Next is state government's initiative. First one is Mukti Karvan. So Mukti Karvan, it's a basically a campaign to raise awareness about the evils like child trafficking, child labor. It is started by Kailash Satyarthi, Nobel Peace Prize winner, now a Bharat Ratna as well. Okay, currently organized in Rajasthan Police, and all the relevant stakeholders, for example, from the police, the judiciary, the government officials have also joined this, along with the activists and the NGOs. Okay, and one of the reasons behind it, because of the human trafficking, out of which child trafficking constitutes 60% of the human trafficking, for child labor, for prostitution, and all these things. Okay. Next is Project Tej. So Project Tej is a Telangana government initiative to help the entrepreneurs in the medical technology. So please remember that. Okay, with the company name as, portal name as MedTech Connect. Again, a platform found by other companies, but not important. Remember, that's a Telangana government initiative, and for Project Tej for the medical technology, entrepreneurship, and some innovative ideas in this field. Then is Sri Ramasagar project. So Sri Ramasagar project, not a new project, it's a very old project. In fact, it is said to be the lifeline of the larger part of the Telangana. So this is the location. It is also known as the Ponchampadu project. Okay, and it serves as a irrigation source for many of the places around it. Okay. Next is Proactive Special Agricultural Zone. Protective Special Agricultural Zone. So these zones are set up by, first of all, which state government? Started by the Tamil Nadu government at the Kaveri Delta region. Kaveri Delta region is the rice bowl of the Tamil Nadu. Okay, so in this area, only the projects related to the agro-based industry will be given permission to build. All the other projects for hydrocarbons, these will not be mining, and all these will not be given permission in this particular place. Okay, now this has been, it can said to be one of the recommendations of MS Swaminathan. MS Swaminathan called about, on the lines of the SEZ, he called for the special agricultural zone, right? And especially called for the area, for example, in Kerala, Kuttanad and Wayanad, and Indira Gandhi Kalan in the Rajasthan. So remember, if the question comes, the question will be which is the state government which has come up with it. So that is the Tamil Nadu state government. Okay. Next is SERB Women Excellence Award. So this award is given on the occasion of the National Science Day. Okay. So award is given to the women scientists below 40 years of age, and recognition, and they'll be recognized, and some award will be given to them. Okay. So they are given 5 lakh per annum for the period of 3 years. So it source as a they act as a source of motivation, because women in STEM is a big issue. Next time we will see in the March month, we will see one of the important scheme, that is Kiran by the DST, where they talk about how the women, they have given in the 3 segments the scheme, where they want to increase the flow of the women into the STEM. There is an India US collaboration on this front as well. Okay, so the women in STEM, there's a lot of problems that women face, and a lot of opportunities also exist for them, because many women, after completing their 25th 20, because for the research it has to be continuously, they have to be involved with the larger 20, 32, 33, 35. But because in between they have to get married, they have to relocate, some child, they have to some women have child, so that is what that creates a break. And so for getting these women from their break and again incentivizing them or motivating them to join the science again, it's a big challenge for society as well as for the government. And for these things, Kiran's schemes such as Kiran and all these have come up. Next is Chhatra Vishwakarma Award. So this award is by the MHRD first of all. So our MHRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal has awarded this particular award to the students. So it is organized by AICTE in collaboration with Indian Society of the Technical Education and Atal Innovation Mission of the Niti Aayog. Okay, so the idea is to motivate young individuals and inspire leaders to raise their performance in their specific domain. Okay, the theme of the award, to enhance the income of the village. So the children have applied for it, and the best applications have got this award for it. Okay, so not important. I don't think this is very important, but just for the sake of covering, we have to cover it. So just discussing the National Science Day. National Science Day is celebrated 28 February every year. Anniversary of the Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman. C.V. Raman, please prepare for your mains exam as well. On the pre as well. In the pre, Raman effect can be asked, and in the mains, they can ask you about C.V. Raman, his contribution and his legacy. Because one of the topic in the GS3 is for the scientific development of the glorious past of India and scientific development. Okay, Nobel Prize in 1930. Next, Sanjeev Puri panel. So Sanjeev Puri panel appointed by the 15th Finance Commission, and it is related to the agricultural exports. Okay, how to improve agricultural exports in India. Now India has come up with agricultural policy in 2018. Okay, and the question was expected on the mains, however it was not asked. So the mandate of the Sanjeev Puri panel is to recommend the measures to performance incentives for states to encourage the agricultural exports, as well as promote the crops to enable the high import substitution. Now we will read about oil seeds. Okay, oil seeds and oil palm in this February month itself, where we'll talk about how India is procuring around 60,000 crores of its edible oil, and how we should increase our oil seed production so as to bridge this gap, and we can do it as well. So for that, some incentives, some specific recommendations are required, and this Sanjeev Puri panel is set up by the 15th Finance Commission. Okay, right. So with this, we finish our discussion. Let us start. First, we started with eMasiha for digitalization of the Ministry of Minority Affairs, digitalization of the Hajj process. Then Spice Plus platform for EPFO and ICS registration, along with the registration for the new company by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Then HRC Net, Human Rights Commission Chairman has started this portal for the reducing the duplication of the complaints. Then this important portal, Market Intelligence and Early Warning Portal. Just to clarify, Operation Flood was there, not Operation White, and that was a mistake on my part. Then Dairy Processing and the Infrastructure Development Fund, again for the improving the milk infrastructure or milk production in India, qualitative milk production and value addition. So interest subvention scheme has been announced, limit has been increased. Then state governments Mukti Karwan for the child trafficking, for so that awareness campaign for child trafficking, child sexual harassment against it. Then Project Tej by Telangana government for the medical technology and improving entrepreneurship. That then Shri Ramasagar project in Telangana. Then Protective Special Agricultural Zone for the Telangana Tamil Nadu government. MS Swaminathan recommended, please remember, of agricultural special agricultural zones. Then Women Excellence Award, then Chhatra Vishwakarma Award, and finally ended with the Sanjeev Puri panel. Okay, so with this we finish our discussion. Please download our PDF from our Amrita Telegram channel. Right, all the PDFs are available on this particular channel on Telegram. And with this we finish our discussion. In the next video we will talk about some institutions, the subsequent thing, institutions, flagship schemes and all this. And after finishing the session 2 and session 3 of governance of February, we will start the March session, March governance 1 2 3, and with this we'll move to the international relations. Okay, so see you in the next class everyone. Bye bye for now.